Hello, we now come on to the more complicated ones and we call these two-step equations. They're called two steps because we need to do two lines of method. Now this is where most people start to make mistakes. What this is saying here is it's saying 3 times x, add 4, equals 34. Now what we have to do is we have to go backwards so that we get x on its own. So we always move the numbers that aren't attached to the x first. So the number that's not attached to the x this time is 4. So just like on the previous videos, we do the opposite of adding 4, which is taking away 4. We've then got 3x is equal to 30. Now we need to get rid of this 3, so just like before, we divide it by 3, divide that side by 3 so it balances, and we get an answer of 10. One over here is very similar. We always do the bits that aren't attached to the x first, which is this plus 5. So we do the opposite, which is taking away 5. So we've got 2x is equal to 2. To get rid of that 2, remember it means 2 times x, so we do the opposite, which is dividing by 2. So x is equal to 1. These next two are very similar, apart from you'll notice that this was a plus and this was negative. So we move this one first, and the opposite of taking away 3 is adding 3. We do that to both sides, so we end up with 4x is equal to, and 9 add 3 is 12. We divide it by 4, so x is equal to 3. Same with this one, so we add 7 to both sides. So we've got 3y is equal to 30, divide by 3, so y is equal to 10. Now these are the most common two-step equations that you'll see. We'll do some fractions in a minute, but this one sometimes comes up with a decimal. We do exactly the same as before, but we have to be very careful when using this because people make some silly mistakes. So the opposite of adding 4 is taking away 4. So 0.5x is equal to 16. Now we have to divide by a half. Now this is where some people make mistakes. Remember, when you're dividing by a half, it's the same as timesing by 2. And the reason being is if you had 16 cakes and you cut them in half, you've then got 32 pieces. So x is equal to 32.